Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2015 and out 2014. It was an okay New Year. Wasn't no loud partying or anything like that. Just family and dinner, and we just had a good evening. And that's it. I hope everybody else had a good New Year.
And today I will be doing my empties video. Oops. Okay. So
Today I'll be doing my empties video. So we got a lot to go through today. So I'm just going to pick stuff randomly and hope it works out. Let's begin. So as for makeup wipes, I finished a good amount. I finished 2 packets of Simple and 1 packet of Olays. The Simples were pretty good actually in comparison to the Olays. I did like the Simples better because it wasn't as harsh on my skin versus the Olay, which had a rougher texture. And then I finished 2 of the Sephora Collection Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover, 2 bottles of it. They're both the same size, the 200 milliliters. And these are really affordable. They're very similar to the Lancome by Facials. So yeah, those were awesome too. And then obviously to finish that off, I finished more cotton rounds from Sephora Collection as well. In terms of body care, let's start off with the body gel that I finished. I finished a Bath & Body Works Bali Mango. This was awesome. It smelled like mangoes and fruits and tropicals. Everything that I want New York to be right now that it doesn't because it's freezing over here. And then next, we can't have winter dry skin, so my whole family and I use Vaseline for the most part. And this is the Intensive Rescue Repairing Moisture Body Lotion. And this one had 24.5 fluid ounces, which is pretty big of a bottle. And then as for my eye contacts, I use the Bausch & Lomb Bio True, and I go through these all the time, so no surprise there. And also in terms of body, I also finished up my Lush Sugar Scrub. This is their buffing sugar scrub. So essentially what it is, you're supposed to chop them up like cubes like this, and then it's supposed to kind of separate when you mix water in it. It's supposed to be able to crush it up. But I found it very, very hard to use. It was like once you wet it, you wouldn't be able to get it to come apart, or like to have the sugar kind of come apart so that you can actually use it. It almost felt like you were rubbing a rock against your skin, which was a little bit uncomfortable. And then in terms of hair care, I did finish this the Phyto Express Conditioner and the Phyto Keratin Repairing Shampoo. I had received these like last year as some sort of, I want to say, Rouge event, and they gave me these. These are okay. I didn't think they were the best things on the planet. I do prefer Alterna over Phyto, but in terms of maybe more so dry hair, you might like this a little bit better. My hair didn't really absorb this well, so that's why I didn't really like it all that much. So now we're going to move on to some makeup and skincare. I'm going to start off with skincare since there isn't that many items in the bunch. So I have finished another bottle of this Clinique Smart Serum. I really do like this, but I don't think I will repurchase it because I simply go through it so quickly. I don't know if it's worth my $90 if I'm going through a serum in like 3 months. Or actually this lasted even less. This was like 2 because I started using it day and night to see if it would make a difference. And it did make a difference in my texture and the dryness. It does really help with dryness in my opinion. So if you suffer from very, very dry skin, or if you have a lot of issues with dry skin, this is something that you may want to try layering underneath your moisturizer just to see how it would work out for you. For me, it works miracles. Those fall transitional dry patches on my chin are now gone. Now the next one is my Caudalie Vino Source, what is this? The Moisturizing Sorbet. So for me in the summer, I have very combination oily skin. In the winter, I have kind of combination dry skin. So I use this mostly during the summer because the sorbet is very lightweight. You only need a little bit to really moisturize the whole face, but you don't need to really add anything or it won't make you extra oily. So that's why I really like this. It's almost like a consistency of a gel and a lotion, but it's like smack down the middle. Someone who's not oily enough to utilize gels, but someone who's too oily to utilize lotions. This is a really happy medium in terms of that. And then my next skincare item is my Caudalie Divine Oil. This is the mini size. I think I got this in a set sometime last year, and I think came with a lip balm. But Divine Oil is awesome, especially if you suffer from dry patches all over your body, or if you happen to have had like irritation to your skin, maybe use a really strong exfoliant. This is a good one if you want the skin to kind of heal, to really help with it, nourish it. This is awesome for that. The next one is my lip scrub. This is the Lush Mint Julep Lip Scrub. If you love chocolate mint, this is for you. It's so good. Smells good, tastes good. You can just put this on and just move it around. You don't even need to rinse it. It has a bunch of like essential oils in it, so it's awesome for plumping, awesome for moisture, and obviously getting rid of those dead skin cells by exfoliating. And then the next one is my little Clinique Dramatic Different Moisturizing Lotion. This lotion is awesome if you're not one who cares a lot about natural ingredients or cares a lot about whether or not your ingredients are, you know, more so chemical based or more so nature based. This brand is really good for you since they advertise their items as hypoallergenic. Therefore, a lot of their items will not have natural ingredients because people are naturally allergic to natural items. Wow. But anyways, so yes, this is awesome if you just want some hydration. And then next is on to all the makeup. Now, there's not nearly that many, and I did try a lot of primers within the last couple of months, to say the least. There are some misses in here, and I will explain why. Start off with the least favorite items, and then I will move on to more of the beauty empties and my thoughts on how I felt about them. So the first item I have is a Tony Moly Water Bomb Sleeping Pack. Now, what this is basically an overnight mask for your face. So what you do is you would put on your moisturizer every single night, and then you would slather this over on top of the moisturizer. Now, this is supposed to dry down and retain moisture. My biggest qualm with this item is that literally the second ingredient is alcohol. And my problem with that is if it's supposed to lock in moisture but you're making it dry so quickly, how does that exactly work out? So if anybody else knows, let me know, because I do want to know why they would put so much alcohol in this when it's supposed to be intense moisture for the skin. So that's my first miss for this. My next one is the Too Faced Brow Envy. Now this is the older packaging. I had picked this up at Nordstrom Rack for I think $11. I wanted to give brow powders a try because I'm not very familiar with them. I've only ever used the Anastasia Brow Wiz, the Milani Brow Pencil, and now I'm starting to use the Anastasia Pomade. Now in terms of those items, I really do like, but I couldn't really work with this. It didn't stick to my brows. Powder didn't really stay, and it just wasn't pigmented enough for me. Maybe I wasn't loading my brush correctly, but I just felt that it wasn't doing what I wanted to do for my brows. Then my next one is this, which is the Sephora Collection Glitter Liner Mascara combination. So it comes out like this. The wand is kind of unique where it has a liner tip as well as a mascara brush. Now my problem with this one is that, first of all, you probably can't see this, but when I pull the brush out, you actually see glitter, like going like this. It's like a glitter shower. So that was my first qualm about it. It got glitter everywhere. And then my second problem with this is that the glitter comes out really chunky. If you were to pick up any of them, pick up the one that has more of the micro shimmer instead of the chunky shimmer. My next miss is actually a YouTube favorite, so don't kill me, but I really do not like this. This is the NYC eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner, and it looks like this. So your typical brush tip applicator for a liner. Then this is obviously in black. My problem with this is that the brush does not give you control of how much product you want on it. For example, when I pull it out and I apply it on my upper lash line, now I have between like a half monolid and a monolid, and if I don't let this dry for like a good 3 minutes, so I have to sit there with my eyelid in a certain position, unable to move, unable to blink, unable to look up. And if I do, this will smudge everywhere. So all my eyeshadow hard work, girl, that's going down the drain because of this. So no go for me, no go. So my next one, these are 2 primers. Let's go ahead and start with this one. The Chorus is a mattifying primer. Now, will I say that this is mattifying? Yes. But my problem with this is that it kind of pills on me. If I put this all over my face and I go in with my foundation brush and my foundation, as I am blending my foundation in, you will see this start to pill up on my face. And that is so unattractive, and I have to start my makeup routine all over again, so ain't nobody got time for that. So that's out of there. And then my next one is this Cover FX mattifying primer with anti-acne treatment. Now my problem with this primer is that it's too liquidy. It's not liquidy like the Hourglass Mineral Veil. It just comes out like a liquid, like as if you were to pour water in here. This is what this looks like, and I don't know. I don't know if it's defective. I don't know what's wrong with it. And then my next miss is this Sephora Collection Slim Pencil Sharpener, and this is like $1.50 or $2. I don't really remember which one was the right pricing for this, but this doesn't work for any of the Sephora Nano lip pencils because it gets stuck in there all the time. So no way am I ever repurchasing that ever again. And then my last miss is this Christian Dior Quint. Now I believe these are the older formulations, so I don't even think you can get this, but this is in number 809, and it's the, I think, like Velvet Voltaire or something like that, and it's all like purple shades, and I got this in gratis. So but these shades are just not pigmented. They're very frosty, not my kind of tea. So I finished 2 face primers. The Lorac Perfection Mattifying Face Primer. This one was okay. It was kind of like the Smashbox one, kind of silicone-y texture. I don't know if it really made a really big difference, but I did like that it provided me a smooth canvas. And this is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Face Primer. So they all do the same thing, but I do like this one better. This is very similar to the Benefit Professional, except I think this one helped a little bit more with the oils, while the Professional helps more with pores. So depending on which one is more of your concern, you know, you would obviously gravitate towards one or the other. The other primer is the Balm Put a Lid on It. Now I heard Emily Noel rave about this, and I obviously, you know, watch her videos and trust her judgment, and you know, but I have very naturally oily eyelids. Now if I don't use the right eye primer, my makeup will smudge and it will crease, and literally all of the eyeshadow will just build up on the lids on my half monolids. So this one, in terms of smoothness, this was very nice. If you need just an average eye primer and you can catch this on Outlook for like very cheap, it will be worth it. But as for my uses and my lids, it just didn't work out for me. Now this is a long time favorite for me. This was actually a little mini sample of it that I had received from a gift with purchase from NARS. And this is the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This one you need to use it very sparingly because you don't need a lot to get the result that you want. And so yeah, I love this eyeshadow primer. It's clear tone, so there's no color to it. So if you happen to have very bold veins or very pigmented veins in the eye area, this primer will not be for you. But if you have rather no pigment, just want an eyeshadow primer and you need something that's long lasting, this will be it for you. And I'm going to focus a lot on mascaras. Have a lot of mascara empties. So the first one I'm going to cover is more of a high end. This is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. Sorry, there's like some shampoo residue on there. But the brush looks like this. Now this mascara is awesome at definition, gives great volume, but as usual, I have that problem where it just smudges on my lower lash line and I cannot stand it. For like $30 something mascara, I needed to not smudge on me.
And then my next one is the Rimmel
My next one is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. This one is great for definition from the drugstore. It is one of those rubber bristle ones, but they're very closely bonded rubber bristles. So if whoever needs definition or is looking for definition, this one is good for you. My next one is Marc Jacobs Omega Lash Mascara in Black Lacquer. Now obviously very Marc Jacobs packaging with the black and the silver. This is a really nice volumizing brush. Now this one is good in my opinion, but as it gets drier, it gets really sticky. So in the beginning it's great, and then even when it's continuing to dry, this one is awesome. But if you plan on using a mascara and extending the life wear of it for like the past 6 months, this is not the mascara for you, because it will get a little bit stringy and a little bit weird. But if you're looking for one and you change out your mascaras often, then this one may be one that you might want to check out. The next mascara is this set right here. This is the Too Faced Better Than False Lashes system. This is actually the Too Faced, the nylon fibers that you layer on top of this. So this is the mascara portion of it. This basically provides the black base for your lashes, that sticky base. And then you put the nylon fibers on top of it and you coat it, and you start to see the white come out. And then you go back in with the black one and you coat it again just to cover all the white. But this gives amazing length. If you want length, this will give you the amazing length. You don't want to stick on false lashes, try this one out. And then the next portion of this that I will focus on are going to be all eyeliners. Now this is a Dior It line, and it's in this hot pink color. It is gorgeous, but the tip is very flimsy. If you're not used to a liquid liner that has a very flimsy tip, or if you're not used to just dabbing and you want to drag, the Dior It line may not be for you. This is for the people who really like to take their time with their eyeliner and to really pat and then connect. This is for you. The next one is my tried and true Lancome art liner, and the brush looks like this. This one's actually in the color Smoke, so it's in a very like dark gray kind of tone, so it's not pitch black. But the formula of these are a little bit different than the one that I normally use, the black one. The Noir art liner seems to have a little bit better staying power than the Smoke.
The Smoke kind of rubs off of me during the day. Rubs off of me. Rubs off during the day. Kind of rubs off during the day.
So through the wear of it, it will rub off a little bit. The next one is this NYX Black Sparkle eyeliner. This was okay. My only problem with these eyeliners is that it will smudge on my contacts, so that is a no-no for me, because then I can't walk around with that film on all day. So that's why I don't like that one too much. Next one is my L'Oreal Linear Intense. This one is very similar to my Lancome art liner, even formula wise and even brush wise. Now it wouldn't be a surprise because L'Oreal owns Lancome, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with a formulation that is very similar. Maybe they used other kind of ingredients that Lancome doesn't use, but they work the same way for me. The staying power is the same, the formula is the same, even the brush is the same. So if you need a dupe of the art liner and you don't need such a heavy duty formula, then you might want to give this one a try because it's so much more affordable. It's like a third of the price. And then my next one is this Rimmel Soft Kohl liner. This one is great. It is nice and pigmented. It's a very old-fashioned kind of pencil. It's just black and you just need to sharpen it. But my qualm with it, once again, I'm walking around with that film on my contact lenses and that's not fun. So no to that either. And then the next one is, let's do a little bit of face makeup now. So I finished my Physicians Formula little highlighter pen. This is from that little rose gold collection, and it comes in like a little tip like so, like Stila lip glosses and a highlighting pen just to help you, give you that little bit of glow or a little bit of concealing, whichever one you need more of. My next one is, this is one of my favorites. I unfortunately have used up most of it. This is actually the Eve Pearl Fair Light Concealer, the Salmon Concealer. This is awesome if you cannot afford the Laura Mercier one, and you happen to find the Eve Pearl line on sale, or if you don't have Laura Mercier where you live, if you can check if Eve Pearl ships to where you live. This is an awesome concealer for the color correction underneath the eyes, as well as the skin tone concealer in one. And then this one is my L'Oreal True Match Powder. This is for the face, and I'm in W3. This is a little bit light for me, but that's okay because a lot of the foundations that I have tend to be a little bit dark for me, so the powder just kind of evens it out, because I tend to buy a lot more foundations in the summer versus the winter, which is kind of weird. But yeah, anyhow, this is like my winter shade for the L'Oreal True Match, and I love this powder. It's really mattifying. It works great. It doesn't give you cake phase, and yeah, so there we go. We hit pan on that. And then next is my Sephora Collection Citrus Brush Cleaner, and it comes like this. And this one is actually a collaboration with Parisian Spirit. And this one really smells like citrus, but I wish there was some way for them to make it less overpowering. This does a great job at cleaning your brushes. It will get all the gunk out. Obviously you need to deep clean your brushes, but for spot cleaning this does the trick. And then my other one is my tool. This is a Lancome Le Curl. I'm not going to give you a close-up of it because it's really dirty. But I had this for about a year and a half, and all I did was just keep changing this plastic part. And what I did was I just bought the plastic parts because Lancome doesn't sell replacements for the Le Curl, which is very odd. So I just take any other one and I just put it in because it will fit the same lash band. It's just that the Lancome Le Curl is a little bit wider and the angle is not as far in versus other lash curlers. So if you were to say, I can't find the Shiseido eyelash curler, which is supposed to be the closest to the Shu Uemura, you may want to give this Lancome Le Curl a try, because this is very, very similar in terms of structure. Even though it doesn't look exactly like it, but when it fits on the eye, it is a very, very similar fit. And then my next one is my Clarins Broad Spectrum SPF 40 Titanium Dioxide. This was the sunscreen that I used in the summer. I used it on top of my moisturizer, or I mixed it in with my moisturizer if it didn't have sunscreen in it, because you need to protect your skin from them anti-aging. No dark spots, no freckles, no wrinkles. So best step to anti-aging is sunscreen. And then I have two little packets here. My Sephora Collection Rose Mask, and this is the Ultra Moisturizing and Brightening Mask. Now this one is great. It's soaked up in serum. It's awesome if you have dryness or if you've had a rough week, not enough sleep. This one will help you with that. And if you feel very fatigued and you feel that you have some acne coming because you're not eating right, this one is the Sephora Collection, the Pomegranate Mask, and this one is awesome. So these two are by far my favorite. I have them, I think I buy these over and over and over again. And then my last item is my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. In terms of pores, this one does cover a little bit, but is it as good as the Professional? I don't think so. But in terms of mattifying, this is a very, very mattifying primer for the texture. The texture is just like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, but this is more mattifying than that. So keep that in mind when you're doing your shopping. Hope you give you a little bit of idea, a little bit of insight on these items that I have finished up and used up. Now I can finally get rid of all this trash because it's getting on my last nerve. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I will be doing a Best of Beauty 2014 video where I will feature 14 products that I loved in the year of 2014. And I will also film a January favorites. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know how you feel about this new video style. I am trying to change it up a little bit because my best friend did give me some constructive criticism about how my other videos were very professional looking and they wanted to see more of my personality. So here we go. This is all me, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope that I didn't annoy you too much and that this video's getting really long.